Jay Furness here for YourMA.tv. We've got the new Cage Warriors featherweight champion, Alex Enlund. Alex, we're a big fight. You've just done 5 rounds on 3 weeks' notice. How are you feeling?
Outstanding. It was probably the biggest achievement of my career so far, and it was overwhelming doing it in front of so many of my friends, family, my students coming out to support us. It puts a lot of pressure on us, but the right kind of pressure. I want to inspire them, and I think I did that nice.
Yeah, and you know, it's maybe half an hour after the fight, maybe an hour after the fight. Now you've got a little bit of hindsight, the nerves have settled a little bit. How do you see your performance in there?
I know I took the first 3 rounds. I nearly finished them at the 3rd. I've spoken to Nad and he was like, yeah, you were close to that choke, and I decided not to pursue the submission. In return, send him to the corner a bit more beaten up, make him hurt for the 4th round, and he said it woke him up a little bit, so I should have probably persevered with the choke, or maybe went for a bounty and went for a twister.
Yeah, the twister might have been there. I think I heard you talking about it.
I thought about it for a second. I hooked my legs, and I think Pete shouted telling us to stay on the back and ride the position, and I was like, $2,000?
It's got to be worth a go.
I was thinking about it. It's something I've been hitting in training, but not deliberately, like kind of just because people like defend my back attack, you know. It's what I've kind of become known for. And the night I had Nad's back 2 or 3 times, and he really toughed it out.
Yeah, and you know, we spoke about it before the fight. You know, you're so good at that position. Do you feel like, you know, I think it was the first 3 rounds you got on his back towards the end of the round. Do you feel like, you know, if you had a little bit more time, 30 seconds or so more, it would have been there?
Possibly. It was hard to get Nad down earlier on in the rounds. I was having to wait for the perfect timing. He came in, his footwork was a little bit different to previous fights. Obviously, he's had 10 months off, I've had 9 months off. I've clearly improved a lot. We've both had similar injuries we've just been talking about, which was detrimental to one area of the game, which you didn't see much of in today's fight. And what happened was he was always just that inch out of range for the takedown. So I missed a few. When I got him down, I kind of passed his guard pretty easy. Just mounted him, took his back. I felt like my jiu-jitsu was at a high level, but I've been in this game longer. I showed my striking was up there with some of the best of them, you know, and I think I put on fight of the night.
Yeah, definitely a brilliant fight, and I was going to mention that, you know, you showcase a lot of your striking, both you and Nad. But we've seen Nad go the distance in striking-based fights before, but you've never been the distance before, let alone 5 rounds, and let alone a lot of it being striking-based. You know, do you think you showed a lot more of the facets to your game that people maybe thought weren't quite there as much?
100%. One of the things when we did the podcast, I listened to Nad, and he said that his game plan was to break us and then go to work later on. I think that was maybe the wrong game plan, because you can't break us. Like, I'll keep going just because maybe I dress nice sometimes, and I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm a little bit charismatic. People think, oh, well, he's not tough. I'll go the distance if I have to go the distance, but I'm trying to finish you for 5 rounds. I had a little bit of an injury towards the end of the fight that I've been carrying, and it came out, and I kind of seen out the round. I feel a little bit bad for doing that, but what's the point in taking extra punishment when the fight was won?
Yeah, and you were 3 rounds up, you know, 3 good rounds up. You say at the end of the 3rd, you know, you're really hitting with some big shots to try and soften him up a little. Were you surprised by how he came out with the 4th and 5th?
No, I knew he was tough. I really knew he was tough. He took some good shots off us. I've seen him drop in fights before, and I think I hit him better than the shots that have dropped him, but it's just that chance occurrence. I thought I'd have that jiu-jitsu guy's chance of catching him clean, you know, that he's not expecting us to strike, but Nad's clever. He knew I was gonna fake, gonna move. And if you watch, we did a lot of the same. We were talking after, and like we've been studying a lot of the same material, the same movements, and we'll move very similar. It was kind of like a mirror match, but it was good.
And you know, finally, you got the call up to do 5 rounds on a few weeks' notice. Obviously, you were doing the fight anyway, but you got the distance for the first time in your career. Full 5. You're now the champion. Then 5 rounds, the scratches on your nose, the scratch on your face, all worth it?
100% worth it. Like, I can go 5 rounds all day. I train all year round. Like, if I have to do 5 rounds, it could be against 5 different people in one night. I probably wouldn't want to do that, but you know, I do that in sparring without a problem against. And I train with the best group of fighters in the UK, hands down. There's not a group of fighters like it. For quite a while there was like the Rough House guys, and then the Dingy Ninjas had the strongest team, but with guys retiring and guys passing over, with myself, Kurt, who's fighting later on, Davey Grant, Andrew Fisher, Ross Pearson, Liam James, we've easily got some of the strongest group of fighters in the UK, hands down. I think we're, as a team, we could be eventually competitive with the big teams you see in America. Like, if there's a place to train in the UK or a group of guys to train with, like, we've got Colin Fletcher, there's guys, not just, there's so many guys. It's like, I'm training with the best guys. I've been training my striking quite a bit in the last 8 weeks with former world Thai champion Craig Jost, and that's really helped. I'm going to be working with Craig 2-3 times a week now. He's kind of come my Dwayne Ludwig a little bit.
Alex, congratulations. You got one more interview to do, so I won't keep you any longer.
Fine. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Amazing fight, world champion.
Thank you.
You know, it's a fight I've seen from the amateur days. Amazing to see it. Good luck with the next one.
Very much. Thank you.